Hey guys, Tyler is Awesome 2 here, and today I'm reviewing the second issue of the Ben 10 Dynamite comic book series. Okay, first, spoilers if you hadn't read the comic, and I don't actually bought the issue, I just, read it online, watched some YouTube videos about it, other reviews, so, go buy the comic yourself or check out their reviews, so, yeah, so you can, be caught up and whatnot, and so, okay, now for the spoilers. So, the issue does start off with Gwen regretting making Ben run off as she's loaned the rust bucket, and then she finds some secret, compartment or, button, that unveils the secrets of the rust bucket, and, and she's, so excited about this and finds it really cool, and, it's something she'd never seen before, Somehow she did not notice this. Anyways, then it shifts to Ben still at Heat Blast, where he's freaking out, how does he change back, and he's it's yeah, this is how you would react in a situation like this, he commented how he first sees forearms, then he Heat Blast, and then how does he turn it off, and we get this slow morph to other aliens, in a sneak peek of the others and teases, really feels like this cosmic horror, it really feels graphic, this is the mix between aliens, and this, it's very graphic, and Ben is finally changes back to his human form, and Ben's just crying out for help and demanding he just wants to go home. And then we move on to Max, who's trying to find Ben, so he can get out of here and whatnot, and runs into Colonel Rosen, probably wants to yell at him for destroying another jet again. But no, he's actually demanding for, information about, the meteor and, what it is, and Max keeps his cool, he's very secretive, kind of like he's in the classic series. I mean, his reboot counterpart is way more secretive. I mean, he's way better at it. I mean, look at him, he's more inconspicuous. I mean, this is very much classic series Max, where he tries to keep it cool, he trying to protect his family, stuff like that, I knew that it's probably something to do with Ben and whatnot, and he knew Colonel Rosum, we saw their history in UAF, and, especially Yamiverse, with the whole jet thing, and then, another meteor arrives, which Ben sees, and, come on, seriously? And then it crashes and reveal it's Crab, Vilgax summoned him, to get the Omnitrix. It's the giant robot that he, had in the classic series, or the other drones, but Crab is good. This is kind of similar situation to, the fan comic Absolute Ben 10, where, darker take on Ben 10 and whatnot, and then we got, Ben, dealing with some struggles and whatnot, and, him trying to go grasp with the Omnitrix and whatnot, and, also Crab's involved. Yes, Anyways, Crab arrives off the base, and, Colonel Rosum, that's with Max still at tow, and they send, Rosum sends soldiers to, take on Crab, but, this fight is brutal. He just straight up stabs the guy and slashes somebody, they show blood here. And then we go to Ben, who's still running from the soldiers, and he He just needs to, but the Omnitrix activates and, well, he demands not to activate now, but it activates anyway, so, Ben needs to learn to control the Omnitrix and whatnot, and, he turns into Cannon Bolt. And yeah, he looks definitely freaky here. I mean, Cannon Bolt says, I gotta roll out of here, Feels like something from the classic series, and then, where, Cannonball actually morphs into his ball very clearly, instead of, some form of realistic, armadillo or Pillipog, which was one of the inspirations of Cannonball, the latter, and, where he just naturally curls and whatnot. Here he clearly morphs, and you can actually kind of see his face, in the shell, though it's not actually, probably not, visual style, not actually part of his, biology, for the audience, or reader / whatever. And Ben, escapes from them, but, Ben just, sees a light and, he goes, what is it now? Yeah, it turns out, Gwen is, driving the rust bucket and chasing it towards Ben, to quote that Subliminal episode, when did Gwen learn how to drive? At 10, no less. I mean, she did get her driver's license one episode of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, but, let's focus here. This is very much in line with the first episode of Ben 10, where Gwen just attacks, and, Gwen's, freaks out at Ben as he blasts, and, strikes him, with a, a extinguisher, and, until Ben says, don't even think about it, freak, and only one person, Gwen goes, only one person can say that. Ben, is that you? Probably something similar happened in the next issue, so, and, because, this is a cliffhanger in this issue, so, yeah. So, this is a pretty good issue, and, it pretty much, continues off of and builds off of what the previous issue did, and, this really feels real, if you were in this Ben's shoes, would you react in this situation? How would you react in your own way? And I do intrigue how Max is, how he's, I hope we learn more secrets about this Max, and this Rosem really soon. And again, another reference the whole, destroying the Jets situation from Omniverse. So, and will the, Dynamite Gwen revealed to be part alien too? I mean, it's a Man of Action thing for Gwen not to be part of alien, so, yeah. They probably just stick to magic or something, or just be like the reboot where they just, as I said, be like the reboot, as I meant to say, be like the reboot where she just stays a normal person. Who's to say? Who knows? We'll just have to find out about these things, will Ben control the Omnitrix? Probably, likely. Will there be more aliens unlocked? Which aliens do you think would appear later, aka be the additional aliens of Dynamite Ben 10? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, I hope you be excited for the next issue when it comes out. So, until then, be sure to hit that Cougar thumbs up button, subscribe, hit that notification button, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I am Tyler is Awesome 2, and peace.